Ever since creating my Fairy Tail Next Generation video, which I want to go and quickly mention, is literally going viral. I'm very aware of the fact that a good portion of you probably came from that video, but nevertheless, I've gotten so many people just questioning my ships within Fairy Tail, asking if I ship this person with that person. So today, I decided that I'd go ahead and do a video clearing up who I ship with one another within Fairy Tail, seeing as it will probably come in use in the future for me. So to kick this video off, we are going to start with my OTP within Fairy Tail, Zeref and Mavis, or Zervis if you want to refer to it as that. Now, this love story is as beautiful as it is tragic. Zeref is really one of the huge reasons why Fairy Tail exists to begin with, because of many reasons, but because of one of the main reasons actually being the fact that he taught Mavis and the original founders of Fairy Tail magic, and this is where a beautiful relationship was started. Then when Mavis goes on to save Yuri and she becomes immortal thanks to the god Angstrom curse, same curse as Zeref. Zeref actually tries to comfort her. We see them kiss, only to then have Mavis die in Zeref's arms. Honestly, tragic love story to say the very least. Zeref and Mavis are both within my top 5 favorite characters, and together they make up by far my favorite ship in all of Fairy Tail. Next up, we have Gray and Juvia. Now, this is a ship I didn't really care for a grand majority of the series, mainly because of the fact that I didn't really care too much for Gray's character up until very recently. I thought he was honestly really douchey towards Juvia, but with all the recent chapters of Fairy Tail, I've come to absolutely love his character and just love the ship overall, and it's easily my second favorite ship within all of Fairy Tail. And just knowing that as soon as Gray realizes that Juvia is still alive, oh boy, we are going to have one of the best ships in Fairy Tail sailing. Following Gray and Juvia, we actually have Natsu and Lucy. Now, up until the Tower of Heaven arc, I will be completely honest with you guys, I actually did ship Natsu with Urza. But to say the very least, my opinion has completely shifted since then. I love Nalu so much, it seems like so many others do within the community, but nevertheless, Nalu is a ship that absolutely needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. We then actually have Jalal and Urza, which I actually like to refer to as Urza and Jalal. It's a really funny ship in my personal opinion, a ship where Urza definitely wears the pants. You know what, I love Urza so much. Bottom line, it's so comedical at points, but at the same time, it's just such an amazing ship as well. Much like Zeref and Mavis, but not to that degree. Urza and Jalal was a very tragic ship. Jalal was consumed by darkness, which was suspected to be Zeref, but later on was just found out to be Ultier, and things just spun out of control from there. But as you guys already know, that was the bulk of the Tower of Heaven arc. But yeah, this ship is absolutely amazing, and it needs to happen now. Next, we have a ship that is one of the very few to have actually sailed within Fairy Tail, Gajiel and Levi. Now, this never was really much of a ship that I cared much for. I mean, sure, it was cute, but around chapter 490, where we have Gajiel dying and confessing his love to Levi, it definitely became one of those amazing ships for me, and the fact that we are 4 Shadow Twins for it just, oh my god, I love Gajiel and Levi so much. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the ships that aren't as mainstream as the ships I've already said. We're going to go and kick this ship off with a ship that I only recently picked up on, which is Larcade and Demaria. Now, it's common law, if you guys don't know, Dragneels have a thing for blondes, and although it has barely any development to begin with, I still think it is a really awesome ship. We saw Larcade save Demaria. There's an obvious friendship there, so, Hero, if you're watching this, yeah, let's turn that friendship into something a little bit more. Sound good? I think it sounds good. Speaking of Dragneels going for blondes, I am definitely one of those people out there who ships Acnologia and Anna together. Now, this would be an absolutely crazy ship if it were to have happened in the past, seeing as Anna is actually Lucy's ancestor. And personally, I do believe that Acnologia is somehow attached to Natsu. I personally believe that he could possibly even be Natsu's father. So, in a way, it would be history, I guess, repeating itself. But yeah, I definitely do ship Acnologia and Anna together. Next, we have a ship that barely anyone ships within Fairy Tail, and I only recently started shipping this. Now, this is going to come off as really one of those weirder ships, but we have Romeo and Asuka. Now, the thing about this ship is the fact that we actually see it take place within the Fairy Tail light novel known as Trouble Twins. It takes place in the future, where the Gale Twins are actually born and whatnot, and before you guys ask, yes, Hero had a part in writing it. I saw this very recently on a Reddit post, and I really quickly realized that this ship would actually make quite a bit of sense. Following this ship, we have really the only gay ship that I personally ship. Yes, you probably guessed it, it's Sting and Rogue. I love this ship so much. Bottom line, they're really cute together. I didn't like their characters at first, of course, because of the GMG arc, and they were just fucking douchebags to start off, but I very quickly began to love them after Natsu actually put them in their place, and I believe that Sting and Rogue could possibly become one of the very few gay couples within Fairy Tail when everything is said and done with. But the only problem I really see with the ship is the fact that you could really argue that they're more like brothers. So I've actually come equipped with 2 people to pair with them. So the first alternative ship is Sting and Yukin. Now I personally enjoy the ship quite a bit. It comes off as a very, very playful one and whatnot, but I personally do prefer Sting and Rogue. I'd honestly be fine though if Sting and Yukin ended up together in the grand scheme of things. And as a substitute for Rogue, we actually have Minerva. Now, I don't particularly care too much for Minerva. To be honest, she has a really shitty rep within Fairy Tail, but I could honestly see it happening if I were to be completely honest with you guys. I wouldn't really care for it, as I said plenty of times now. I definitely care more for Sting and Rogue, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Rogue and Minerva at the end of things. That about does it for my ships within Fairy Tail. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, go ahead and show your support with a like rating. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. I'll go and see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As I said before, peace.